back. We're Trey Watson and Jared Smith, co-hosts of the Kentucky Politics Weekly podcast, filling in for Bodie Brooks this morning. The week was dominated by the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, where former President Trump formally accepted his third nomination for president. Trump's speech came Thursday, less than a week after he survived an assassination attempt. Immediately after, there were widespread calls to cool the tone of political debate. In a 90-plus minute speech, sources say he wrote himself, the former president addressed that issue.
The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America.
Jared, at the end of the day, conventions are a TV show. They're a giant week-long advertisement for the party and the ticket, and they're a rallying point for the party faithful. You know, the professionals like you and I, we like them for the kibitzing, the hobnobbing, and the alcohol. But
and seeing the national people that you only see every 4 years at conventions.
Seeing your friends there. Yeah. But you know, for the rest of America, there's a chance sometimes to introduce people that might be kind of in the background
or the bench.
To elevate them. Yeah, to elevate them,
right.
and also to kind of get a message across and to let the country know what your ticket, what your campaign's about. I thought the convention was interesting because it was a very unusual Republican convention. You had Kid Rock playing in prime time. You had Hulk Hogan and Dana White speaking. You had a lot of stuff from outside of the normal political world that wouldn't normally be at a Republican National Convention that I think continues to play to that populist message is trying to widen the tent of who Donald Trump wants to bring into the campaign.
Well, I mean, that was a nice soundbite. If we could actually believe in any stuff he says, that he wants to be rule for all of America. You know, shocking, I have a different opinion. Attendance was way down. Viewership was way down. Hotels and businesses complained they weren't full. You know, the crowds were small. The Kid Rock crowd was very small. No offense, Mr. Rock. But, you know, if you want to get everybody hyped up and everybody, you know, running out afterwards, and I think 20% less attendance, 20% drop in TV audience, you know, I don't think it accomplished what it could have accomplished.
Well, but I think when you talk to people who were inside the room, they say that it was as energized as they've experienced a Republican convention. I've talked to people
to be fair, that's a low bar.
Well, but I've talked to people who've been to you know, anywhere from 2 to 5 of them, and they said this is the most energized that they've seen the party at a convention. And again, I think the speakers list was interesting because it did widen beyond just your regular stodgy old members of Congress and stuff. Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off in the middle of the stage. It was.
This is a presidential election. This isn't a clown show.
I mean, Democrats have had celebrities for years. You're just mad because we got Hogan?
You're just mad we have Bruce Springsteen. You're just mad about that. I am a little mad you got Hogan. I can't lie. He came out to Real American, right?
He did not. He came out to. I'm assuming that the WWE owns the copyright on that one.
Missed opportunity.
But you know, I think that at the end of the day, conventions, you'll get a small bump.
Everybody gets a bump.
Democrats will get whatever bump, you know, back afterwards. So
if we have one.
Yeah. So you know, conventions are what they are. What do you make of the broader kind of long-term effects of the assassination attempt, and what do you think that plays into both the election and Joe Biden's calculus as we move towards November?
Okay, so let's just talk about it from a strictly political analysis point of view. All right, just taking emotion out of it. The picture of him when he stands up with his fist and the American flag in the background, it's an amazing picture. It's unbelievable. You know, campaigns, that's so lucky to have that to use, right? How you got it, not so lucky. But you hear this call for toning everything down. I don't have much faith that everything will be toned down a month from now. I mean, I think we'll be right back to where we were before.
I think some of that comes, though, when people confuse your favorite term that I use. People confuse aggressive contrast with negative campaigning.
They're the same thing. The same thing.
Well, I think there's a difference between, for example, saying that this guy's policies are bad and saying that this person is evil. And I think that's that's where we need to tone things back a little bit.
But that's been going back to Obama, George W. Bush. I mean, that's like everything.
It goes back to Andrew Jackson and John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. I mean, it's part of our politics.
That's true. But I don't have much faith that the vitriol will stay away. It's going to come back.
Well, but
depending on whatever the Dems do, which we'll get to in a minute. But
yeah, and I think it's a conversation that needs to be had though, because you can see things boiling, and can we keep it at a simmer? Can we take it off the eye, or is it going to boil over the pot? I don't know, but I think also the fact that it appears the shooter was not necessarily politically motivated. That probably helps.
That's huge.
Pull back a little bit, help make people realize that sometimes crazy people do this.
I think whoever the most famous person was that was closest to him, that's where he went to take the shot.
Yeah, he was just Googling names of campaigns.